Hello and welcome to I Heard It on a Podcast, our little corner of the Wild West. My name is Riley.
And I'm Isaiah, and today we are practicing our salesmanship slash our judging skills.
Salesmanship, judging, marketing, innovation,
Laughing.
development, humor.
Yeah, so many skills.
Yep.
Basically, today what we're going to do is we are going to kind of pitch slash explain weird technical gadgets, inventions to each other, and then see if the other person can, one, guess the price if it exists or is able to be purchased, and two, say how much they personally would pay for it, if at all. Part of me thinks neither of us are really going to want to spend any money on any of these things, but
put yourself in a situation where money is no object to you, and it's really more of a decision of, would you use this thing and pay X amount for it? Not like, I only have $100 to spend this month, and it's either going to be on food or on glow-in-the-dark hairdryer.
Right.
Obviously, we know which one everyone would pick in that situation. So it's more like if you're an eccentric billionaire collector who just likes weird tech. Although you would probably say yes. I don't know, somewhere in between those two things.
I think I could get in that mindset because if I was a billionaire weird tech collector, which I hope to be someday.
You kind of, not the billionaire part, but you are a tech collector.
Yeah, I have the part that I wanted to get last.
Yeah.
But anyway
I'm going to start. So I found this thing that is a urinary analysis tool, and it's like it looks like a rock, like a very good skipping rock that you just kind of pee on, and it can analyze stuff. It doesn't even say really what it can analyze. I imagine it can analyze normal urinary analysis stuff like hydration level and maybe a couple of drugs, if there's presence of those, and the functioning of your kidney. Is that something you can test?
Yeah, and it could maybe tell you like if you have
blood sugar content.
Yeah, pre-diabetes or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but my question is, in what situation would you need this and need to check your pee every day? Like I think, hopefully I'm not the only one. When you go into the doctor for your like yearly checkup, there's a urinary analysis. Maybe I just was going to a doctor who liked pee. But I like every year growing up, my pediatrician and then like general physician just did like a urinary analysis, and I like prepared myself to like, okay, gotta drink water, can't pee before the appointment because I gotta have something to put in that cup.
Yep.
And I think they were just testing like, I don't know what they were testing. They never told me like you have bad pee. I guess that's good.
Yeah, I think one thing that comes to mind is like in pregnant women, they check for like the amount of protein in urine because I think too much protein can lead to, or not lead to, but like can be a symptom of like pretty serious complications. Like I think preeclampsia, it affects your urine and stuff like that. So, but if you're a pregnant woman, you're going to get checkups frequently and you wouldn't necessarily need this either. So to me, this seems more like something that someone who's like interested and just likes data and wants to kind of like track their pee over time.
I did find what it tracks. It tracks gravity, which the only thing that I've
the like, weight of your pee
still the same. Gravity is still 1G. Okay, I've heard of gravity being a phrase for the concentration of alcohol in something. Like you can put this gravity meter stick kind of thing in like home brews,
like a hydrometer.
Yeah. So you would put it in like mead or kombucha or whatever you're making at home, and it measures something that you can then correlate to the alcohol content. Not quite sure how it works. Not quite sure if there's another like term for gravity that relates to pee. But it also tracks your pH, which makes sense, I guess. But your pH probably, anyway. Ketones. I don't know what that is.
I think they have something to do with your kidneys, as far as I'm aware.
Uh-huh. Something about kidneys and pee is familiar to me. And then vitamin C. But 3 of those 4 things I feel like don't change that much. Like if you have a consistent diet, you probably have consistent vitamin C.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a consistent diet, you probably have a consistent pH, assuming you like also drink water consistently.
Right.
And I don't know what gravity is, but it doesn't change for me.
Yeah. Another maybe use for this would be like if you get kidney stones frequently and you want to monitor to make sure you don't have too many ketones or vitamin C buildup, because vitamin C a lot of times can help create kidney stones because of like calcification and stuff like that. But again, that's super niche.
And also, like, if you do find out you're 2 weeks away from a kidney stone, what are you gonna do?
Stop drinking orange juice.
Orange juice gives you kidney stones?
Anything acidic.
But it wants to measure your vitamin C.
Right, because too much vitamin C can cause kidney stones.
I didn't know that. I only knew that iced tea could do that.
Anything, really any drink that's not water can kind of do it, especially if it's acidic. So, which sucks because I love like coffee and lemonade. So like the 2 things I drink.
You just need to drink an equal amount of water.
Or like something that's basic to cancel it out. Like I need to drink
some bleach.
Like yeah.
Just a little tiny bit.
Cup of lemonade and some bleach.
Okay, so what would you pay? Let's first ask, what do you think it costs?
I think it costs $129.
Okay. You're not very close. It's 500 euros.
What?
It's like it looks like it's about this big, and it's got like refillable cartridges because the cartridge
you use them up,
right? And so each cartridge then is another $30. So if you check this, I don't know, once a week probably for a year, that's like $1,800. Am I doing the math right?
I don't know.
I think so. I think it's over $1,800 for a year's worth of cartridges. Now, eccentric billionaire, would you buy this product?
No.
Not even if you just like liked data and didn't care about money?
I don't think so, because even though I do like data and I like tracking health stuff, urine isn't one that I want to track. You know, I might do like something that tracks my blood, like if there could be something that can track like my blood alcohol content and like cholesterol levels and something like that.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. Or like even something that like tests, like can track your gut microbiome and like your gut health. But like I really, as long as like I'm peeing fine and nothing's wrong, like I really don't care.
I think you need a poop analyzer for the gut microbiome.
Ironically, that's one of the ones that I have.
Oh,
they have
okay.
well, let me pull it up real quick. It's an analyzing toilet, a smart toilet, if you will. Let me pull it back up here.
When I think of smart toilet, I think of those Japanese bidets that like lift up when they see you and have the preheated seats and like 4 different levels of jet. And what else do they do? I think they like sing to you and like, good job pooping, well done for the poop.
They've got the little cartoons on like a little like screen attached to the thing.
Yep.
Okay, let's see.
Feel free to clip that song, by the way.
All right, so this is called the Toto Wellness Toilet.
Toto?
Toto's Wellness Toilet.
Okay.
Tio. I think it's like the dog.
I don't know how they spell it.
Basically, it's a toilet that isn't. It's like a prototype at this point, so it's not commercially available, as far as I know. But it can analyze your poop, basically.
That seems more useful to me than pee. The only pee analysis I need is to see what color it is coming out.
Right.
That's all the analysis I do.
Apparently, this toilet has sensors in the bowl and in the seat, and it can recognize
the seat.
Yeah, this is the best part. It can recognize because it can have user profiles. So like you can use it with your family, I guess.
Yeah, I mean you don't want to have to buy multiple of these.
Right.
Poop in the same room.
So it says they use your butthole to identify who you are. So like
the retina scan?
Instead of Face ID, it's like butthole ID.
That's so funny. Instead of a retina scan, it's a retinal scan.
What?
Like those eye scanners, they scan your retina. Scan? It's a retinal scan.
Oh. That's I feel like the identifiable like factors of an anus are a lot less like diverse than a retina.
Yeah, there's only so many like I mean, I don't know. I guess like with the eye there's like all the different like micro strains that you can see, and the color and the what's it called? Like how big the pupil is dilated, the dilation, I guess. And all those same factors apply to buttholes. There's colors, microstrains, dilations.
So, hypothetically, like if you went and like got your butthole bleached, you could not be recognized by your toilet anymore.
You'd have to like redo your Face ID.
Yeah, reprogram your toilet.
Your butt ID. Yeah.
So apparently it hooks up to your phone. There's an app, obviously, and you don't have to do anything special. You literally just like poop in the toilet and flush, and it can scan your poop, and it basically kind of looks at the makeup of it, and it can like recommend changes if it's not ideal. So like it can recommend things that you need more of in your diet, or things that you maybe shouldn't be eating in your diet. And let's see, what else can it do? It can get your heart rate and blood oxygen level as you sit. Like the sensors are built into the seat too, so it like checks your butt for your heart rate.
But only for like 4 minutes.
Well, yeah, but like any like heart rate thing is just like a measurement over like 30 seconds or whatever. So
that's true.
You just have to poop longer than 30 seconds, which isn't that bad. It also has, okay, so you know how there's scales that have little like electrical, like little metallic pads, and they can send like a small amount of current through your body to kind of like take statistics on it. Are you aware of that at all? I
did not know that could happen.
So they can, based on like the resistance that your body provides to this current, it sends through like your feet and back down to a different pad. They can kind of tell like how much like water you, like what percentage of you is made up of water at this moment, and what muscle mass you have, and your BMI and stuff like that, because obviously it has different resistances depending on what it's going through.
Okay.
So there's like scales that can do that. This toilet also can do that. So there's like electrical like resistors built into the toilet seat to be able to tell, like you can sit down and it tells you how fat you are.
So it does all the same stuff as like just a nice scale and maybe like an Oura ring, but the difference is you don't have to go somewhere else to get all these measurements. You can just do it while you're pooping.
And I think that
you would do anyway.
The diet thing to me would be the biggest thing. Like if it's like, oh, you've been having too much fat, like you need to cut back on the fat, or like, oh, your sugar's like throwing off your gut, like you need to stop eating so much sugar. Like that would be interesting to me. Everything else, like again, like how much is my BMI going to change really that I need to check every day? Not really.
Yeah. And kind of the same thing with the pee is, yeah, you can get more data from your pee if you do a chemistry analysis on it. But for the most part, you can tell like, okay, I need to drink more water just by looking at it. Sort of the same thing with poop is you can just see like, that wasn't a good one. I need to like have a little bit more fiber going on or whatever. I mean, there's a few, it's maybe a little more complicated than pee, but you can learn.
Yeah.
You can learn like, okay, that means this.
There's like pictures online.
Yeah.
I'm going to compare it. Okay. So this obviously is a prototype. It doesn't exist commercially, but hypothetically, how much would you pay for this?
I would probably pay $1,000.
And would you actually buy it?
In some other alternate universe?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that like your gut health is pretty essential to your overall health. Mm-hmm. And that is displayed. One of the ways it's displayed is with your poop. Mm-hmm. So being able to have like a better insight into your gut health, I think I would find beneficial.
Okay, and the last question, since we don't have pricing, would you trade a toilet with a bidet for this toilet?
This doesn't have a bidet?
No. It would ruin all the sensors.
I would attach a bidet.
It would ruin the sensors.
You know that we like our bidets in this house.
I do.
I guess. Yeah. But I bet you soon they'll be able to waterproof the sensors.
I'm sure.
I mean, it basically just goes like from the bidet to the butthole and then falls right down. I guess that just messes up the analysis of the butthole.
Like the butthole ID.
Right.
Who are you?
I've never seen it this clean.
Oh. Okay.
In some other episode, we talked about the makeup printer.
Yeah.
They can just like print on
your eyebrow.
An eyebrow. So I'm going to skip that one, even though I think it's hilarious. Okay, this one actually might seem reasonable to me.
Okay.
It is an attachment to your shower head that disperses aromatherapy.
Like essential oils?
Yeah. Or maybe it's in like a pod. But as far as I can tell, it's literally just like a Sensi. You know what a Sensi is?
Yeah.
Okay. A Sensi just like attached to a shower head. You just like hook it on your shower head. I don't necessarily see that it incorporates it into the water or anything. So I think this is like a product that I would be interested in, but you can do basically the same thing with just lighting a candle or putting on a $15 diffuser.
Right. Or just buy like a car air freshener and hang it around the shower pipe.
Yeah. I don't think that counts as aromatherapy.
It's doing something.
I think the doTERRA folks might be upset with you for that one.
Yeah, it's okay.
That was a good episode, that doTERRA analysis.
That's a deep cut. Season 1.
Anyway, I do have a price for this one. What would you expect to pay for just a diffuser that can be mounted on a shower head?
$50?
This goes for a, quote, surprisingly affordable $140.
$140.
I think it might actually be the shower head as well. Like you can't buy one without the other.
Sure.
But I don't see much of a purpose. Oh, and the pods are $24 each and can be used 8 times. So basically every week you need a new pod.
Everything is a subscription. Like
every shower is a subscription. Taking a shower is a subscription now.
Like, please insert more quarters.
It's like I'm in holes.
Seriously.
I only have 2 tokens to take a shower for 45 seconds. And this says that they have lavender and vanilla, but I think that might be it. I wouldn't even choose those scents.
No, citrus.
Yeah, I would choose like a citrus or maybe like a wood kind of smell, like what are those called? Like a cedar wood or
sandalwood.
Yeah. Or something, a smell for men, you know?
Yeah, like musk. Just like come out smelling musky.
If I wanted to smell musky, I wouldn't take a shower.
It's a different kind of musk, I think.
I don't know. My wife seems to like it. Anyway, I think that one's a ripoff. Just buy a diffuser and you can buy a bottle of essential oils for less than $24 and that'll last you more than 8 rounds.
And if it has to like be in the shower, you could fill up like a bowl with like boiling water and put essential oils in that and just like set that in the shower with you.
Yeah, or you could do what some other people do, I've heard, is you just like take like the physical form of that smell and put it in the shower, and then the like heat and steam kind of opens up the oil glands. Like Lo sometimes does that with eucalyptus. And you just buy like $3 worth of eucalyptus at the store and hang it in the shower.
Interesting.
And then as you take a shower and the air starts to heat up and get more moist, it releases the smell of the eucalyptus. So you could probably do that with orange peels or a piece of sandalwood. That'd be kind of weird, but it's definitely cheaper to just get a piece of sandalwood and put it in your shower than spend $170 to get a fake smell of sandalwood.
Yeah, and you could buy like 8 pieces of sandalwood for $24.
Yeah.
And then it's the same price.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Then you can build a treehouse after you shower.
Right, with rotting sandalwood.
Yeah.
The most I would personally pay for this is like $25. So
it is just a diffuser, the same price that you would pay for a diffuser.
Exactly. Yeah. Man, okay, let's move on to the next one. So I have one that's called a Cubo, perhaps.
Cubo.
It's spelled
okay.
Qoobo. This was something that came out in Japan during COVID, and basically their premise is it is a pet for people who don't want to have a pet. The tagline is a tailed cushion that heals your heart.
And that's a bad tagline.
It is exactly what it looks like. I'll put a picture like here maybe, but
okay.
I'll show you now. It's literally just like a furry pillow with a tail.
That's kind of scary looking.
It has a motor inside. It's like battery powered. It has a motor inside so that the tail moves. So when you pet it, the tail like wags.
That has existed for 25 years. Right. I remember being a small child and having one of those like robot dogs that like paddles around and you can pet it and it goes arf, arf.
Right. But this one they say I'm on their website right now and it says, where is it? Their website is like long.
Yeah, you've been scrolling for a while. Seriously. And it's all just pictures of a gray blob.
Seriously.
Which is what it is. It's just a circular gray pillow.
I mean, you can
with a tail.
Yeah. It says technology. We work to develop a technology that can move your heart and a cushion tail. Good one.
So you work to develop technology that is a cushion with a tail.
It says, through trial and error, we developed a mechanism that closely mimics the complex movements of an animal's tail. We observed an animal's movements and designed a program to have them reproduced. So they've got like a picture here of basically the inside of a tail. And then like what looks like a like machine learning neural network of how animals wag their tails. But yeah, so
I would put the wagging of a tail probably like 15th on the list of things that identify an animal as an animal. There's so many other things that make a thing look like a companion animal, a dog or a cat or horse or whatever, before their tail.
I think it's less about appearance and more about just like the tactility of it. I think because it will also move by itself every once in a while. It says it'll like occasionally wag its tail to say hi. So you like get off work and you come home and you're like kind of sad and you've had a rough day, but you don't have anyone to hang out with, which is kind of a bummer. You could turn this thing on and like put it on your lap and then you're just watching Netflix and maybe you have something to like absentmindedly like pet. It's fuzzy and it feels nice and every once in a while you feel it move. So it's kind of like if you're focused on something else and it's just kind of in the periphery of your mind, it's kind of like something else is there with you a little bit. Like there's something else going on tactily around you. But that's a stretch. Like I have to make a very specific scenario to find maybe a value in this.
That was a good pitch though.
Thanks.
Like I think that's about as good as it can get.
Yeah.
As far as selling a robotic pillow.
Right.
But I don't understand the like neural network AI learning factor of it. Like, is it that hard to just like make it look like a tail that's wagging around?
Well, it's because they like analyzed actual animals wagging their tails and they're not just like having it randomly move. So it moves like an actual animal.
If there's theoretically that kind of research and development put into this thing, it's at least $200.
What's your guess?
I think it's $250.
It's less. You can get it on Amazon. This is a real product. It's mostly in Japan, but they've exported 2 colors, gray and brown, to the United States. It's $105 on Amazon.
Huh.
It's not bad.
So that to me, that's cheap to me. Like I would think that that's a piece of crap.
Yeah. I mean, some throw pillows are getting close to $105.
Yeah.
But to be fair, it's literally a throw pillow with a battery and a little motor.
Okay, I'm trying to access this memory that I have of like it was like something plush and something soft, but there was also you could also feel the like battery pack inside of it. Maybe it was like a
teddy bear,
like
or something.
like a Build-A-Bear or something that had like one of those voice boxes inside. And that's what I'm picturing with this is you like kind of touch it and it feels like a regular teddy bear or whatever, but then you touch it more and you can feel the like brick of a battery inside of it, which completely kills the illusion that you're petting a cat while watching Netflix.
You probably have to treat it like a cat too, where you don't just like randomly grab it and like strangle it.
Put it into a half Nelson.
Yeah, you probably are just supposed to sit there and pet it, you know. Would you buy this ever?
Not for myself.
I would.
But it'd be an interesting gift.
It would be.
For a certain kind of person.
I think I would be offended. Be like, how lonely do you think I am? I would rather spend the $100 on like Chat GPT credits so I could talk to Chat GPT and pretend like it's a person, a la her.
Yeah. I don't think that's better for the record.
No.
But it's at least maybe it's a little less sad. I don't know. Both of those sound kind of sad to me.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on from.
Okay. Yeah. I've got another one. This is it's called the Displace wireless TV with batteries.
Oh.
So it's I don't know.
I already don't like it.
It's a 55-inch flat screen that is battery powered, so you don't have to plug it in, and it doesn't. It's powered by, I think, 4 swappable batteries that can hold a charge for a month, but that doesn't mean that the charge lasts a month. They can just hold it for that long.
Right.
So the idea is to like tuck it away in a closet and then only pull it out when it's time to like watch the Bills game or something. But it's still 55 inches, so it's not like you can just put it in your backpack to watch on the plane.
Yeah.
I mean, this is basically just like a bigger iPad, right?
The only uses I can think of for this that might be practical are like education applications. You know how they have like rolling TV carts you can watch like videos on or whatever?
They used to. Now I think they just do it on the like screen that's projected that's mounted to the ceiling.
Or healthcare. And they have like the rolling computers. Like it could be nice for like an ultrasound if you just like wheel it in with the ultrasound machine.
But it's 55 inches. That's pretty big.
It's big. And TVs use a lot of power. Like if you leave your TV on for a bit and get close to it, it's hot. Like there's heat coming off of the screen and there's use a lot of power. So I really don't see how long, like you probably can get maybe like an hour of like use time out of it.
It doesn't say.
And like personally me, I never move a TV. Like even if I'm doing something like production related that needs a TV, like I'll just move a TV and plug it in and I have to move it once.
I think a use case that I can imagine for this is you have a really beautiful home and the foyer is like got a nice fireplace over here and a quality couch over here and like a bar over here. Where are you going to sit and watch? Where are you going to put your big ass TV, you know?
Yeah.
And ruin the aesthetic of this whole beautiful living room.
Yeah.
So you just pull it up and like set it on the mantle when it's time to watch whatever you watch once a week. But if you're a kind of person who doesn't watch a lot of TV, but you still want to be able to watch the Oscars or whatever.
Yeah.
I can kind of see that. And you like don't want to look like one of those people who makes their whole life about their TV.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. To me, like if you're at that level of having that nice of a living space, you could just buy like the like Samsung frame TV that looks like a painting, or you could get a TV that like folds into a cabinet, or like a screen that comes down from the ceiling. Like there are better, more elegant ways. And like if you care that much about the aesthetics of your living space, you're just gonna like roll out a cart with a TV on it and like plop it in the middle of your living room.
I think you just manhandle it. I think you just pick up this thing that's as long as you are and lift it up onto the mantle, and then you have to pull it down.
Right. Yeah, this doesn't sound like a good idea to me personally.
How much do you think it costs?
$800?
More than 3 times that.
What?
It's $3,000.
Oh my gosh. It's probably not even that nice of a TV either.
Probably not. That's probably mostly for the batteries, honestly. Right. If it costs that much, it must have decent batteries.
Yeah.
But if you were to just buy like a high quality 4K 55-inch TV, that's like what? Maybe $800?
Yeah, I mean like if you want to get really high quality and like to the level of maybe someone who has a living room like that, maybe like $2,000 or $3,000, but like for a really nice like movie theater quality picture.
Yeah.
And like you and I, like we just have $400 TVs or whatever, and that's fine.
Yeah. I don't get that close to it anyway. I don't need it to look exactly like the movie theaters.
I mean, for that price, for $3,000, we could buy 6 like 65-inch TVs and just have a TV in literally every room and not have to wheel it around. We just, whatever room we go into, there's a TV.
True. I think if your budget is to spend $3,000 on a TV, it's crazy for that to be your solution.
Right.
Like you just said, there are the like ones that come out of the wall or
Right.
are like hidden behind a faux cabinet,
Yeah.
or look like a picture
Mhm.
or a painting when you're not using it. And I think all of those could be a better solution for someone who doesn't want to look like they have a TV but still have a TV.
Yeah.
Which is still what I'm imagining is the use case for this.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't buy this even if I was rich. Just no. If I really want to watch something on the go, I'll just watch it on an iPad, you know? Like
Yeah. That was my first thought. Before I read that it was 55 inches, it said like battery operated mobile TV. I was like, oh, that's an iPad. Or like a leapfrog pad.
Right,
like,
seriously.
It's existed
like
for
you can't
20
do anything
years.
else but watch things on it.
Right.
Oh man, that's rough. Okay. See, stuff like this makes me feel better about like the things you and I invent in our brains. Like we have some good ideas.
Yeah.
Comparatively.
Compared to that stuff.
Yeah. Okay. My last one. And this probably would have been better during COVID. I don't know if there's as much of a draw for it now. But it's called the Razer Zephyr. You might have seen something about this like during COVID, but there's a company called Razer who makes like gaming peripherals, so like keyboards and mice and headsets and accessories like that.
Okay.
And all of their stuff is like very like gamery and RGB lighting and like black and textured and gamery. So they came out with a face mask called the Zephyr, like a COVID medical face mask.
Oh, okay.
And I'll put a picture of it again.
Like to keep you safe.
Right.
Okay.
I'll put a picture of it again here on the screen, but
that's gamery.
It's very gamery. It's got, there's like RGB in each of the, filter port holes, and there's a clear panel over where your mouth is so that people can see your lips still and like see what faces you're making and what words you're saying. And then there's actually like ambient lighting inside pointed at your mouth that you can set the color of, so you can set the brightness
green mouth
and color of the like illumination for your mouth so people can still see your mouth or whatever. It also has fans built in to like circulate cool air. So there's 2 little fans in each of the like filter things, and it's run off of a battery, and it'll just blow like cool air on your face.
It seems like the kind of intense nerd that would even be advertised something like this isn't leaving their house anyway.
Right.
Like you don't need to keep yourself safe from COVID if you never leave your house.
And I don't like, even some of the nerdiest people that I've ever like experienced still wouldn't like go out wearing this. Like, no, who goes out wearing this?
I don't know. It kind of reminds me of, you might have seen this, MKBHD did a review of it, but it's a Dyson version of this same thing, but it's headphones too. So it's like regular over-the-ear headphones, but the actual like headphone part is 3 inches thick because the filter is in there, and then it's got this like mask that covers your whole nose and mouth. So your whole nose and mouth is covered with this like plastic shield, and then you've got huge bulky headphones on over you too. So it's like you're wearing 60% of a helmet.
Yeah.
And theoretically, it like pumps in dirty air, filters it with the like Dyson level filter, and then pumps it into the mask part. But the mask doesn't create a seal.
So it doesn't do any good.
And it's like, I don't know, several $100s. It was like the dumbest mask design I've ever seen, and this is a close second.
We really do live in the dystopian timeline, don't we?
It's amazing that made it to production.
Yeah.
Like that, I can see it being someone's weird idea at the nerd headquarters of Razer, but the fact that they put like research and development into it and designed it and then produced it and are expecting people to pay, my guess is $170 for that is crazy.
Yeah, I think this kind of has the same problem in what it doesn't actually create a good seal because a lot of it's so heavy, so it can kind of pull off your face. So it also doesn't create a good seal. The reviews had kind of said had questionable like health benefits. Most people liked that there were like fans in it to kind of like cool your face, and that sounds like nice because wearing masks can get steamy and kind of uncomfortable, and my face would always itch super bad, like having it get hot and my facial hair getting like pressed.
That is super annoying.
That sucks. But yeah, I wouldn't wear this. So this is $100, $99. Well, they discontinued it. No surprise.
Yeah.
The demand kind of went away.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
So $100, but you have to purchase filters consistently. I think.
Can you have a subscription?
You probably could. The filters are only good for, I want to say it said like 8 hours.
8 hours
filtering or something.
I guess that
like
makes sense because that's how long a mask should be worn for generally.
Right.
But if it's like a powered filter, that's like saying your vacuum filter only lasts 8 hours.
Right. Yeah, which is rough. The battery is also a problem. The battery, if you have everything off, like the fans and the lights, it'll last 8 hours. So
you're not wearing this to work, probably.
No, probably not.
If you need to wear a mask while you work.
It says the filters cost. Oh, sorry, it's 3 8-hour days that the filters are rated for. So
it's a bit better.
Yeah, but still, the filters are $30 a set.
And they last 8 hours.
A set is 10 filters. So it's $30 a month if you wear every day to use filters. The one argument,
the same cost to analyze your pee.
Basically.
Okay.
The one argument I can see for this is it's more environmentally friendly to not use disposable face masks, but they also have reusable cloth.
Disposable?
Sure, but it's less material. Like they're just little like cloth filters and not a whole mask with like the strings and the plastic and all of that stuff. But like cloth face masks existed. Like people the second week of the pandemic were like sewing their own face masks, you know. So
yeah, I mean, we won't get into the like efficiency of an N95 versus a cloth mask, but
that would have been good to talk about 3 years ago.
Yeah, you can do your own research on that, but I will say they're not the same.
No.
That's all I have. I mean, I have more, but we're gonna save it for the next time we do this.
Yeah. Well, I personally would not buy the mask. I don't think I would buy most of these things. So maybe next time we'll come up with some more
I think maybe
applicable.
next time maybe next time we'll have like you have to buy one of them and you only have $500 or something in your fake budget. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
But as of today, these people need to keep working on their inventions and
maybe solve an actual problem that exists first.
Like, I don't know, climate change or something.
Yeah, if you can invent something to solve a complex problem like that,
it'll sell a lot better than the Qubo or whatever it was called.
Thank you for listening to I Heard It on a Podcast. We've got new episodes every Monday, wherever you find podcasts, including YouTube.
Yeah, and if you'd like to connect with us, we're on Instagram and Threads, and you can also email us if you want to chat with us at hello@ihearditonapodcast.com.